Long before your arrival, we're making preparations for your visit. It's something we do every day, and nobody does it better than Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Scoring numbers going up.
Chants up, chants up, chants up, baby. Here we go. Hey, everyone. I'm Kyle Oland, and this is David Williams. And we are live from the golf capital of the world for the Myrtle Beach Golf Report, powered by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com. And David, I got one thing to tell you. Chants up, chants up.
He's been doing this for about 24 hours now, and it's starting to get a little old. I'm not going to lie.
It's not old, and it's not going to get old. And you know why? It's because ESPN's College Game Day, the show, the best show in college sports, is coming to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, to the campus of Coastal Carolina University, right down the road from our office. And I can tell you what, the town of Myrtle Beach is buzzing because the Chanticleers are nationally ranked, they're undefeated, and they're playing their rival, the Flames, this Saturday in Myrtle Beach. And I'll tell you what, David, chants up, chants up, chants up.
I'll tell you, it's always exciting to have, Kirk Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, Reese Davis, David Pollock, all those guys in town. And to see Coastal's football team this year, I mean, they've been just mollywopping people the entire year.
They have been molly-whopping people. You know who else has been molly-whopping people?
Who?
Dustin Johnson, who's one of the notable alumni.
You know who else is a notable alumni from CCU?
I don't.
The Tolldozer, Mike Tolbert, former running back for the Carolina Panthers / fullback.
Oh yeah, I remember Mike. I think he played on that Super Bowl team.
He did,
and he played. They actually put him in like running back. He was like their goal line guy, and he would basically vulture touchdowns for fantasy teams. I hated Mike Tolbert.
No one cares about your fantasy team, man.
Yeah, it's terrible this year. But the reason we want to talk about these alumni is because along with game day coming, there's been talk around who is going to be the celebrity picker. We don't know, but the Tolldozer could be it. It could be Dustin Johnson. It could be Josh Norman.
Very well could. It even could be Tommy LaStella, Oakland A's. You called him a utility player earlier, I believe.
He is. He's probably one of the best utility players of the last 10, 15 years. Guy could play a ton of different positions. That's what you want. Another notable name that could be is Elise Testone, an American Idol contestant. So it'll be interesting to see who is that. Maybe they'll pick one of us to be.
They're not going to pick me. Maybe him, but not me.
But you know what? Let's bring it back. It's been exciting to see Coastal Carolina and Myrtle Beach in the national conversation over the last few weeks with college football. And it's been exciting to see Coastal Carolina. We've done a lot of work with Coastal Carolina. Their men's golf team practices out of our facility here in Myrtle Beach. So we see those guys a lot. But they also, Coastal Carolina, it's not just the football team that has put them on the map. It's not the baseball team that won a national championship a few years ago, but it's the PGM program, David, that has been around now for 2 decades and has been a mainstay in the professional golf management industry.
Yeah, and chances are when one of you all come down here on your Myrtle Beach golf trip and you play around at one of the various golf courses here, chances are if you run into the head pro of that golf course, chances are they are a graduate of that very program.
Yeah, a lot of great people have come out of that program. It's a wonderful program. It's led by Will Mann, who's actually a past president of the PGAs of America. They've got a great staff there. And actually check out this video so you can learn a little bit more about the Coastal Carolina PGM program.
I came to Coastal mainly because the staff here is incredible. Just the people here are so great. They made you feel like it was a family, made you feel at home. First time I met them, I knew this was where I was going to go.
I felt like Coastal had a program that I just felt like it was a family here, and it was a really great environment to be around.
I think first and foremost, we got an outstanding university. Out of all colleges, business is AACSB accredited. It puts us in the top 5% of business schools in the world.
They can major in accounting, economics, finance, management, marketing, resort tourism, and that degree stands on its own. And then at the same time being able to get a great business degree and also work on PGA requirements is kind of a win-win.
So Kyle, that video is awesome. And they do so much good work up at CCU. And if you all would like to learn more about that PGM program at CCU, we just published a feature article this morning on the program. It's a great read. I highly suggest going over and checking it out.
Yeah, it's a great program. And one thing, so we're going to have to say this lightly. Our friends in the north, you might be watching this right now. We know you're used to the cold. You trudge out there and play golf in 30-degree weather all the time, sometimes 20. We've seen videos of people hitting golf balls in the snow. This is unfamiliar to us down here in Myrtle Beach. But we've kind of felt your pain the last 2 days. It has been it's been cold at Myrtle Beach for our standards, and we are not used to that. So playing golf in the cold, we're not used to it, and we just don't know what to do. So yesterday, we actually went and saw Ted Frick at the Classic Swing Golf School so he could kind of give us some tips on how the heck do we play golf in the cold. So check this out. Some of you folks from up north, this is probably part of your routine all winter long.
Coming to you today from the beautiful Legends Golf Resort here in Myrtle Beach. It's home to 3 fantastic championship designs, the Heathland, the Moreland, and the Parkland golf courses. And they are 3 popular tracks that you want to be sure to include in your next Myrtle Beach golf vacation getaway. It's also home to the Classic Swing Golf School, where today we are joined by its owner and lead instructor, Ted Frick. And Ted, we know that in Myrtle Beach, we enjoy fantastic weather pretty much on a year-round basis, but even on the Grand Strand, we're not immune to getting the occasional cold snap, the occasional cold day. And on these chilly days, we want to make sure that we're taking some extra preparations to prepare for our round. So why don't you walk us through some exercises for that?
I'll do that. So, Jim, this is my 29th year. This January 1st, 2021 will be 29 years of teaching along the Grand Strand. And I always say this to the students when they call in about doing schools in the winter. We have about 10 days throughout the winter where the temperature doesn't reach 50 degrees. Today's one of them. All right, so here's some keys. Number one, I know you people from the Northeast know that, but a lot of people in the South don't, but we layer. In the cold, we layer. I have 4 layers on, and during this little warm-up exercise, and I'm going to bring over 2 college students over here in a minute. Fellas, come on over. I'm going to talk to you the importance about a little warm-up and then a couple shots you want to hit before you play. So it's going to be really important here as I start taking off the layers. Please use layers. Keep it real close to the skin underneath. You warm up the trunk. So the shoulders, the back, the obliques, and the hips. Even a little bit of hamstring. You got to get those warmed up. And Jim, it's kind of like this morning. This morning I drove my 2004 Expedition. So my old truck, 260,000 miles. It was about 38 degrees, real rare. I promise you, I did not get in my truck and just start up and go. I gave it a 10-minute warm-up, and I thought about doing this tip. I was like, there's no way I would get in that truck and just go. It's got 60,000 miles on it. So we got to warm up the bodies too, man. So here's what we're going to do. Little shoulders, a little back, little hips, and little warm-up stretches with the golf club. So guys, you ready? These guys have been at it 4 months. They are new to the game. This pandemic has brought in all kind of new golfers. The young kids getting outside. So many ladies playing because they don't want to be golf widows. And this younger generation doing virtual schools online, right? So they got time. So I talked to them this morning about how important it is to stretch. These guys played basketball and football in high school, and the same thing, you had to stretch for that sport too, didn't you? All right, so let's do this. We're going to do it in kind of like sets of 3. So we have 2 golf clubs for some weight. We're going to do rotator cuff first, but we're not going to be real long-winded. So some windmills. Let's go with the golf clubs. Let's go back first 3 times. This is rotator cuff. 1, 2, 3. We're going to switch it up. We got a little bit of weight here. We got pitching wedge and sand wedge. 1, 2, 3. And now let's go ahead and switch up the arms. Now remember, when we start demonstrating, these guys have been swinging a golf club for only 4 months, and they just survived day 1 golf school with me yesterday. All right, there's rotator. Now let's get the golf clubs out in front, feet together for balance. Feel that wind blowing. We got one of them chilly days today, y'all. All right, golf clubs out in front. We're going to rotate around the spine. So we're going to go ahead and go to the right, full turn, feet together for balance. Stretching out that back, and then take it to the left. This is all about the T-spine, thoracic, because we got to rotate. All right, back out in front. Watch this for blood flow through the spine. Go up, guys. Look at that beautiful blue sky. Go ahead and spread out the stance a little bit now. Reach up real high, and here we go for the obliques. So let's lean down to the right side. Get a good lean for the side of the body. And then we're going to take it to the left side. Got to get the trunk warmed up. The shoulders, the back, and the hips. Back over top. Hold it. Take a deep breath. All right, let's turn that trunk to the right side. Turn it to the right. And then turn it back to the left. All right, so now we're going to work down through the spine. So let's relax those arms. So right there you felt it in the traps, the deltoids, the rotator cuff. Now we're going to do the hips. So we got to open and close the hips. We got to get the hips moving, just like warming up that truck this morning. All right, put both clubs outside your legs. We're going to do 3 exercises. We're going to stir the bowl of soup. I got some homemade vegetable soup tonight, buddy. Can't wait for it. All right, stir the bowl of soup, windshield wipers, and kicking field goals. Here we go. Stand on the left leg, put the right leg out in front, clockwise motion, 3 reps. 1, 2, 3. This is hip flexors. And then reverse it. Open and close the hips. 1, 2, 3. Switch it up. Here we go to the left. We're standing on the right. 1, 2, 3. Switch it up. 1, 2, 3. All right, windshield wipers. Remember, whatever side we kick to, we point to. So we're going to go kick to the left, point to the left, kick to the right, point to the right. Sets of 3. So when you're warming up the legs, you're getting that heart moving too. 2, one more time. I'm really not counting. Here we go, there's 3. Let's switch it up. So now we're going to go point it to the right, kick to the right, to the left. Hip flexors. Then we're going to get them hamstrings. Get the hamstrings and the glutes. 2, one last time, and 3. All right, so here we go, fellas. Ready? So kicking field goals. So we're going to lean over, stand on the left leg, get your balance, take a deep breath, feel that in the hamstring, then come on up for that field goal. 1 and 2. Y'all, it's like a 3-minute warm-up. And 3, then switch it up. So we go to the right leg, chest to the ground. 1 and 2. Y'all, these are cold day warm-ups. 3. All right, so now let's do the pivot. So the whole deal, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going layer. I told y'all, you wear layers. So here's the top layers coming off. And you can see, it's really not that thick, but it's breaking that wind. I got to guard myself against the wind. And once I'm out there playing, I'll tell you what, the next layer would come off. So then I got a little mock neck. And then I got something else right here over here for protection. It's the layers. It's to keep it close to the body. All right. Now, I'll tell you what, one more thing before we do the pivot. I told these guys this morning. So, we don't play a lot of golf in Myrtle Beach in the 40s. Because I'm telling you, we got about 10 days that we do. It's about 10 days they'll make it to the 50s. Once that temperature gets below 65, so it's at 55, you're going to lose 1 full club length of distance. So I told these fellas inside, I said, if you hit your 7-iron 150 yards when it's 68 to 78 degrees or whatever, and it goes 150 yards, today, if it was 55 degrees, you're going to have to go grab your 6. But today, because it's only going to get to 48 degrees, you got to go grab your 5-iron. It is a 2 club, so every 10 degrees below 65, you got to start adding a club. And then straight up, if it's 38 degrees, we ain't playing golf in Myrtle Beach that day. All right, so fellas, you ready for the pivot? All right, hold the golf club. We said we're going to pinch in on both ends. Let's get our posture. Always do some work for the pivot. All right, so getting that spine angle, golf club down in front. Let's go ahead and do that back swing and reach for that blue sky. Stretch it out. Stretch. Bring it on down and stretch again. Address, look, 4 months into it, that's it. They're learning golf exercises, and then our little warm-up is going to be about the importance of the wedges. My goodness, on a day like today, you're not going to hit a lot of greens, so you got to warm those wedges up. Back swing, and then down swing to the finish. All right, so if we still got time, let's go ahead and let's stagger the line, fellas. Yesterday on day one of the golf school, Classic Swing Golf School, we always do short game. So these guys learned a couple little chip shots and pitch shots. So here's my warm-up. Jimmy, if it's okay, can I take off the next layer?
Absolutely.
All right, so this would be like going through the day. So the temperature was going from 38 to 48 to like 52 degrees. Possibly, my mom wouldn't be happy, but the wool cap might come off because she always said keep that warmth in. It always escapes through the head. All right, so let me pull this next layer off here. One more time. The importance, I'm telling y'all, this is about the how to dress properly for golf. I mean, I need to be able to move my body, so I don't want to have a lot of bulky garments on. All right, so my warm-up exercise, and I'm out there on the range, and I just took 3 minutes to stretch the shoulders, the obliques, the back, and the hips, and I worked that pivot because the turn is vital. Now I'm down to some thinner garments on here. I can get myself moving. We're going to do some short game shots that you're going to need every hole you play in this kind of weather. So the first motion we're going to do, fellas, is that chip motion where we talked about that lead arm going to 7 o'clock in the backswing. Then we'll do the power chip, 8 o'clock in the backswing, and then we'll finish with the pitch. So we're going to do 3 balls. So set up 3 balls in a row. It's a great warm-up. You can put 3 balls in a row. You can do like 15 shots. So that'd be like 5 rounds of 3. We're just going to do 1 round, maybe 2 rounds to get through it. But the 7 o'clock motion would be for a chip shot when the landing area is like 10 yards away. The power chip, 8 o'clock when the landing area is about 20 yards away. And then that pitch, the 9 o'clock motion on the lead arm. So I'll do a practice motion. Guys, get in a couple practice swings. Remember the fundamentals. We want a narrow stance. Don't get too critique on this. These are rookies out here, man. But we're just loving that they're playing the game. All right, gripping down for control. Narrow base. Taking it to 7. Give the grass a haircut. They had to learn that the answer was in the dirt. We got to disturb the ground when the ball's on the earth. Ball, then turf. Drive the ball into the ground. Drive the little ball into the big ball. All right, let's give it a ride here, guys. Let's do that 7 o'clock motion. Give the grass a haircut. Shake, toss, and turn. So here we go. 7 o'clock. Shake, toss, and turn. Thump that ground. Ball, then turf. My boys right there got their golf ball in the air. A big objective as a beginner. Just to get the ball in the air. All right, remember, guys, relaxed arms, right? So we're in this. So why don't you take off that windbreaker now? Let him go ahead and support his NC State right here. We got some Wolfpack. We got some Notre Dame. We got all kind of stuff. Even got a Redskin in the crowd. All right, you can't call it Redskins anymore. Jeez whiz. All right, now 8 o'clock. So soft lead arm. So we use the lead arm to define the length of motion for the short game. So you guys ready? Narrow base. Weight forward, arms are soft, lead arm to 8 o'clock. Then go ahead and toss that club head down that ball. Shake, toss, and turn. Move that slice of pizza. All right, then we'll finish up our little warm-up and we'll go to a 9 o'clock motion. So again, the key would be before that round of golf, warm up the body, the big joints, the shoulders and the hips, get your turn going, and then warm up the wedges because that's what you're going to need early on in the round throughout every round. So here we go, 9 o'clock with the lead arm. Give the grass a haircut. See if you guys can remember, put the eyes on the inside quadrant of the ball. You can set up a little wider base. Don't forget to throw that club head now. Here we go, 9 o'clock. Throw that club head down that ball. All right, so warm-up exercises, put on the layers, and don't forget about the wedges. Have an awesome holiday coming up.
Classic Swing Golf School, ClassicSwing.com is the website that you can go to learn more about the great instruction that you can get from Ted Frick and his staff at the Classic Swing Golf School. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. You did a great job on this segment today. Ted, thank you so much for joining us today. He's Ted, I'm Jim. Let's kick it back to the guys in the PlayGolf.MyrtleBeach.com studios.
Thanks for that, Jim. And Kyle, you know, like Ted said in that video, we're lucky enough to only have about 10 of those really, really bone-chilling cold days that our friends up north have to deal with constantly.
Yeah, so we've had 2, so we only have 8 more left. I got a question, though. If you're watching this, will you play golf in under 38-degree weather For me, it's a hard no. What about you, David?
No, that's a hard no.
But I know we have some people watching from West Virginia, Wisconsin, Quebec. If you'll play golf in under 38-degree weather, if you're one of those people, let us know in the comments. I really want to know. But we're all about warmer weather here in Myrtle Beach and warm weather golf trips,
And
right?
speaking of warmer weather golf trips, spring, believe it or not, people, is just around the corner. And we have a perfect package option for you.
That right there, that's what we're about in Myrtle Beach. Beautiful golf courses, beautiful weather, and sandy shores. Let's get rid of these colder days. Remember, only 8 more left here in Myrtle Beach, and then it's beautiful here. David, talk a little bit about what people can do to what are some good ideas for people who are looking to come to Myrtle Beach? I know there's some good ideas you've got.
So obviously it's December 2nd, and the holidays are just around the corner. You know, you might be looking for a gift. You know, you have your spring golf trips, but I've got something that's for the whole family.
All about the golf. We do compete pretty hard in the golf, but it's fun to get to play with your dad.
All about the family, spending time together, not only on the course, but outside.
In events like this, it's maybe a little bit more about the relationship building in the competition. Is that the case for you?
Oh, for sure. Love spending time with my dad.
So tell me.
Family Golf Week, one of the best best events here in Myrtle Beach every year. And you know what? It's just like you said, it's a great event to think about as you're planning for this holiday season. And what would be a better gift? I couldn't think of a better gift than surprising your dad or surprising your kid, your daughter, with a trip to Myrtle Beach to play in the Family Golf Week. The dates for the 2021 event, David, July 15th through the 17th. And actually, the price is the lowest price you're going to find of the year. It will increase, so check it out now. Go to www.familygolfweek.com, or you can find it too on our website, playgolfmyrtlebeach.com. David, it's been a fun time with you today. Fun time with you all watching from Wisconsin, Quebec, West Virginia. We've enjoyed having you guys part of the Myrtle Beach Golf Report, and we're going to see you again soon. And stay on the lookout for some great content coming this month, the month of December. It is the season of giving, and we're going to be highlighting all the different aspects of the Myrtle Beach golf industry where people are giving back. It's more than just creating an exceptional experience on the golf course. The golf community here is special, and we're going to highlight how much this golf community does locally here in Myrtle Beach and nationally as well. I can't wait.
I can't either. So stay on the lookout for that and a lot more stuff. I believe we have a Players Digest episode coming as well tomorrow from the Die Club at Barefoot, and a lot more cool stuff coming down the road as well. It's an exciting month here.
David, I got one question for you. Chants up, chants up, chants up, baby. See you next time.